Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to yet another episode of Game Chat with Tom and Lucas, one of the most premier gaming podcasts on the internet. I'm your boy, Tom. We got our always wonderful co-hosts sitting with us today, Lucas, and over here we have a good friend of mine, Jon Furtado, aka aRetroFELLOW. How we doing, John?
Much.
Thank you.
Dude, I'm excited to be here. Dude, thank you for the invite, man. It's going to be great. Goddamn podcast. Most views to date. We're going to done. Let's go. I'm excited.
Easily.
It's done. It's
yeah.
already done.
It's gonna be a good time. I'm definitely excited to have you here. We'll get into the nitty gritty of it in a little bit, but first, let me just state first and foremost, once again, folks, we will be at PAX East next week. Well, we won't be there on Thursday, but our producer Bill will be there, and John's gonna be there.
2019, but yeah, it's gonna be a good time.
But we will be there in person Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and we're going to be having a great time. We're going to be touring around the show. We're going to be playing some games, talking to some developers. You'll be able to catch us there. We're going to be handing out some business cards. We got big, beautiful, bright shirts with QR codes on them where, you don't even have to come talk to us if you don't want to. If you're just a normal passerby and you're like, what the hell are all these people doing with the QR codes on the shirt? Scan it, find out. It will direct you to our wonderful Instagram page at GameChat_Tom Lucas. Come check us out there. Follow us. Follow along. All that good PAX East content is going to be up there throughout the weekend. Probably going to group it all into one story amongst the other content that we will be putting out. But we'll get into that a bit later. We drop new podcasts every Monday. We're trying to get into the habit of streaming every Saturday. We couldn't last week because Lucas was being a DGen in New York City. And, how was that, Lucas? Did you have a good time, pal?
From what I can remember, I had a pleasant time. I did wake up Saturday morning with a very strange bruise-like mark on my arm. I'm not sure how that got there. I also was lost for about an hour from 2 to 3 a.m.
I was going to say, Trevor told me he got a call from you at a ridiculous time saying you were lost in Manhattan.
Yeah, lost in New York, but it all worked out and I made it back to the apartment.
How did you get separated from your group, bro? What were you doing? Were you promoting our podcast to random New Yorkers?
I hope so.
Saying, hey, I'm walking here. By the way.
To be honest, there was some karaoke involved, and you just nice. Lose track of time and try to look to the crowd to make sure the people you're with are still there. And I guess I just took a little too long to take that glance before I noticed something was amiss.
You got left on the karaoke stage, bro? That's awful.
Yeah, but everyone was pretty. No one was thinking clearly. We'll put it that way. So
that's fair.
Can't really blame anybody.
Well, what were you singing though? I mean, they left for a reason. They didn't left because they hate you because you're a great guy, Lucas. They left because the song you were singing maybe was country or something.
Lucas probably doesn't even know what he was singing.
I don't.
Yeah,
I don't.
Yeah, that's okay.
I think I was supposed to have a partner. There was a whole thing, but it was a good time.
Well, I'm glad you found your way back to the safety of your own home and your friends, or maybe not so great friends who left you alone at a bar in New York. But either way, glad you made it back. Glad you're here for this podcast. Like I said, next to me is my friend John. He actually, long time ago, used to date my fiance, and
I forget about that. That was like 10 years. I actually forgot about that. I'm so disassociated from who I was like in high school. I was like 10 years ago. I actually forgot about that until right now. Tom, you're a great guy,
bro. That's literally how we met.
It is.
Wow.
Paige took me to a party back in the old stomping grounds, and that's where I met this goon, and we talked about Sonic the Hedgehog for like 2 hours.
Did we?
Yeah, bro.
I don't even know if I remember that. Holy shit. Yeah, my memory's not great. I don't retain a lot. What I retain is not important, but I just retain nothing. So it's fine. It happens. I don't doubt it though. I don't doubt it that I was a party talking about Sonic. We'll talk about Sonic today.
Oh, for sure.
Yes, we will.
But yeah, John's a friend of mine. John has his own YouTube channel and does his own content. You should check him out. He's got some great stuff out there. aRetroFELLOW on YouTube. We'll dive a little bit more into your content.
That's
in
fine.
A little bit.
Oh, put it in the back of it. It's fine.
But yeah, first and foremost, guys, I'll ask you, John, what you've been playing lately. What are some games you've been really dabbling with? I saw you streamed Kirby recently.
I did. So after I listened to your guys' episode about the tackling your backlog, which viewers, if you haven't watched that one yet, go watch it. It's good. It's good listen / watch. I was inspired. I was like, man, I'm a gamer, so you obviously got a lot on the backlog, right? At least like 200 Steam games I hadn't played yet. So I actually, Steam has the collections you can modify. So I actually organized every Steam game I have into its own collection, like horror, first person, whatever. And then I made a backlog collection. I'm like, you know what? Just like they were saying, I'm going to tackle this one at a time. So I've been playing Cave Story Plus, one of the OG indie games. I don't know if you guys are OG indie game guys, but Cave Story Plus is what I've been playing.
I feel like I have definitely heard of Cave Story before.
It's easily one of the OGs. I think it's like 2011.
Side scroller.
Yep. 2D
It looks like
platformer.
Ash Ketchum. Okay.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. Very good game. Great soundtrack. I love that studio. Nicholas, I think that's how you pronounce it. Yeah, great studio. They make a lot of cool games. Great indie studio. And Cave Story Plus. That was yesterday. I almost beat it last night. But yeah, so tackling the backlog one by one. I also played this weird game on Xbox Game Pass, like you guys were talking about Game Pass episode, right? Great deal. I think it's called The Pedestrian. I think. Very, very quirky. Yeah, I'm a huge indie game guy. Very quirky indie game. Where
this game looks amazing. We saw this, Lucas, at the Summer Games Fest thing a while back. It's
a baller. It's really good. So if you don't know it, it's like you're this 2D guy and you're traveling from sign to sign, and think about like each like sign as like, a level, and you leave one sign, right? And then, because like a pedestrian, it's like just a stick figure, right? So you're playing as like that stick figure, and each level, like you go to like different parts. Like one level, you're like on a street sign, and then you're on like a dumpster sign. It's really creative. So
it does look like it's very interesting.
It's a puzzle game. It's really cool. Definitely check it out. But yeah, Cave Story Plus and The Pedestrian. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you've been enjoying those. And you said The Pedestrian was on Game Pass?
Yes, at least on Game Pass or PC. I'm pretty sure it's on the Xbox too, but
I'll for sure check. I mean, I'll add it to the backlog.
Yes. Yeah, of course. I
don't know how soon I'll get to checking this out, but we'll see. Well, that's interesting to hear. That game definitely looked cool. And I'm glad. And I like to see, what other people are playing, because it's a nice change of pace from the constant despair that Elden Ring brings me day after day after day. Lucas, I gauge that's all you've been doing when you get the time.
I actually did do a couple solo Fortnite runs last weekend.
Ooh. Did you win?
I did. I got a solo win.
Nice. I played one last night, like literally played a single game, and I won the solo game. It was lit.
Nice.
I'm telling you, man, the age demographic for that is definitely like 10 years behind Warzone.
I just think they put bots in there, and I'm killing like groups of 3 and 4 people by myself, like when I'll run off in a squad match, and I'm like, this should not be happening. Like, I'm not that great.
So I don't mean to burst your bubble. You're a great gamer and all, but they do put bots. So
no, 100%.
If your account level is kind of low, right? Or if you don't play a lot, then they want to encourage you to keep playing by messing with your psych. Oh, I'm great at this game. I'm going to keep playing, play. And then as your account level grows, you know what I mean? You get faced
100%.
People that aren't brain dead.
So me and Lucas will just have to keep playing more so we can get the real peeps out there.
Are you guys doing no builds or?
Oh yeah. That's why we got into it. But I definitely need a new skin because I'm playing as a anime like spider lady, and I can't have that.
You need a new skin? Anime spider lady. It sounds perfect.
No,
how would you want to get rid of that?
You gotta get to Doctor Strange,
her hair tentacles are too distracting. It's like they move around a lot.
Hey, you got something against tentacles, brother? You got something against tentacles, man? What's going on?
I'm glad to hear you got a nice win in there, Lucas. That's always reassuring to hear. I have just been doing the same old, same old. I finally conquered Stormvale Castle in Elden Ring, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
I finished it at level 50, so I am super over leveled right now.
Nice.
So we'll see how that takes us through the rest of the game. The one guy told me where I can find all the next bosses to hit story wise. So now I have a roadmap of where to go in this wild game that, again, I don't think I will ever finish as long as I may live. But tell us out there, ladies and gentlemen, what you've been playing. We love to hear it. We love to hear some cool titles that our audience has been engaging with. There's always room for more games to be added to our collective backlogs. And someday we will get to those games. But we're not going to get to them if they're not there. So I'm saying. So let us know what you've been playing. Let us know about what new games you're excited for. Just like how on Sunday, I woke up thinking I was having an acid trip or something because I woke up and saw that out of nowhere, Kingdom Hearts 4 was announced, ladies and gentlemen. It's not a drill. It's very real, like super real, because they put Sora in like a photorealistic world that is not out of Disney. And he no longer has ridiculous large clown shoes and clown feet. So rip Sora's clown shoes, but folks,
That's fine.
If you know me, I'm a massive Kingdom Hearts guy. Love that stuff. It's convoluted as all hell. Super, I don't know, anime influenced to a degree. I don't know. This series goes all over the place, folks, but the next game has been announced. Granted, it's Square Enix. We know it's happening. When will it come out? Maybe 2026 if we're lucky. We'll see. But until then, all the fans out there can get super hype about it. You know, we saw him fighting a giant freaking monster looking Heartless in the middle of what looks like Tokyo. We saw Donald and Goofy searching around what looks like the underworld for their boy. Potentially a Star Wars world is the leading theory going around. They showed a single shot of a forest environment, and there's like a very blurry metallic spherical object in the top right hand corner of the shot that everybody's like, it's an ATST. It's there's gonna be Star Wars.
That'd be insane.
I certainly hope it happens. I mean, it just makes sense. It's all owned by the House of Mouse at the end of the day. So we'll see if the licensing permits our boy Nomura from putting that in the game or not. But you know, we're hyped for it here at Game Chat, folks. But Luke, what have you guys been seeing in the news? Anything catch your eye, Lucas?
Well, we briefly mentioned it, but speaking of Sonic 2 kicked some major ass its opening weekend at the box office, and it's the best opening weekend any video game movie has ever had. That was a previous discussion topic Tom and I had, was the video game movie crossover, and we said, hey, things might be on the uptick there, and Sonic 2 did a nice job.
Yeah, like we had predicted. You know, granted, it's a very low bar for video game movies to succeed, but I'm glad if one's going to succeed, it's the Blue Blur himself.
Same.
Potentially Jim Carrey's last film ever.
That'd be such a Jim Carrey thing to do.
I think it's his most successful movie too. Like,
no, Truman Show. Come on.
Like I think he's made more. I saw.
No, not you can't look at it money wise, Tom. It's not all about the money.
I'd argue you can argue anything. Like, think about it, Lucas. To all the 9-year-olds out there, Jim Carrey is just Eggman, bro. That's Eggman.
Jim Carrey is a 60-year-old man. He had 3 decades of work prior to the Sonic film.
9-year-olds don't know that. 9-year-olds just went to go see Sonic with their dads.
Yep.
Who also
it was
Sonic.
It was a great movie.
You saw it?
Yeah, I saw it.
I still haven't seen, so no spoilers.
No, it's fine. No, it's okay. I won't spoil it. I saw it Tuesday on Sonic Tuesday. That's when Sonic 2 came out way back in the day on a Tuesday.
That.
But yeah, I'm a huge Sonic fan. Ride and die. I've played every game. I own every game. I don't like every game though, because even though I'm a huge Sonic fan, ride or die, I can't be biased, right? You know, And I know the series is in a tough place right now, but the movies are really helping out. I liked it a lot. It's a kid's movie. So you gotta remember that going into it, don't expect Eggman to like pull out a pistol and Sonic, what are you doing, you bluebird? But no, of course not. But yeah, no, it was great. It was a great movie. For what it was great. I really enjoyed it. And it's crazy to see Sonic doing so well, It's really awesome.
It's a whole thing. As
Yeah.
another longtime ride or die of the little hedgehog myself, I could not be more happier to see him having a renaissance of sorts. And I hope that just continues into the games when Sonic Frontiers supposedly comes out this year. We'll see if that happens.
It really needed the renaissance. Honestly, the series, I don't know if you played Sonic Forces. I played a lot of Sonic Forces.
Oh, bro, I skipped that one. I didn't
that's
need
fine.
to.
You didn't.
I have
you
it.
didn't need to.
It's in the backlog.
Yeah, it was free on PS Plus or something, or Xbox, one of those.
Yes.
That's because they can afford to put it out for free because no one wants to buy it. Yeah, not a great game. I think the series, if the series didn't have the movies right now, Sonic 2 or Sonic in general would be in a terrible state, in my opinion. Because Sonic Forces wasn't great. Sonic Mania was good, but Sonic Forces was just so uninspired that it just kind of, the bad outweighed the good. Although Sonic Mania is a great game. It wasn't made by Sega Sonic Team, you know what I mean? It was made by fans, but we everyone knows the story. So yeah, the movies definitely putting it in a better spot, and I'm really happy. Definitely really happy for it.
Real quick, out of 10 rating, what would you give Idris Elba's Knuckles?
Oh, I liked him a lot, honestly. I like the OG like Sonic Adventure 2, voice actor. I don't know his name right now, but
same.
Honestly, dude, he did a great job. Maybe 8.7 out of 10, He did a really good job. I liked it a lot. And it made a lot of sense, like just the way he just sounded. It was really good.
For sure.
Definitely a lot of respect.
He seems, from what I've seen from the press tour, he seems to be enjoying it as well. So it's nice to see that our boy is getting in with the right crew, if you will.
Absolutely. Definitely. Yeah. The future looks bright. We'll see.
Lucas, you see anything else in the news you want to bring up, or should we roll right along?
I'm down to roll right along unless John has something he wants to share.
See anything in the news?
I don't really know. I don't think I have. I mean, are the PAX parties getting announced considered gaming news? I don't know, because they're all getting announced, and I'm really looking forward to it. So not gaming news,
sure.
but party next weekend news. It's gonna be great.
Oh, for sure. It's all it, as I thought would happen initially, because me, Bill, and Lucas had talked about this a little bit too. Like, I feel like a lot of those events get announced now
a week before,
a week before. Yep. So it's good to see that that's coming for sure.
Yeah, it's good news. Very good news.
But we will continue rolling right along. We'll get right into the main topic of today's episode. So as I mentioned at the top of the show, all three of us here will be attending PAX East 2022 next weekend. John will also be going. So we thought it was a good time to bring in our friend to give him a little interview and sort of take, the two worlds, that the world that he's in, along with PAX East being the other world, and sit down for a chat with our friend about how these two things sort of interconnect and intersect, and how his own experiences have kind of shaped the content creator he is today. John, you got any questions for us before we dive right in to asking you all the questions?
Who's doing a shot with me next Saturday? That's my real question here. I will buy you all a shot. I'm on the table right now. Boom. All right, whatever you want. Hold me to it, man. Hey, man, we haven't had this in so long. You gotta buy your friends a shot, right?
I know, dude. It's a good thing that it's finally come back. I'm excited to be at a big con with everybody again.
So excited, man.
I was super surprised how well PAX East handled themselves in the disinfectant pandemic aspect of things back before the pandemic, at the crux of the pandemic. So I'm very excited to see and feel very safe going into
100%
to this show. So John, we'll start right off at the top. Why don't you tell the good folks back home who might not know who you are, what you do? Why don't you give us a little TLDR on your channel, your brand, the content you make, those kinds of things?
Let's do it. So I'm a full-time loser on the internet. Not actually. Well, if you ask the right person, they'll tell you that. No. So nah. No, it's okay. My community will agree with that. They love me, and I love them. But it's funny. We all banter. So yeah, no. So I'm a retro fellow, also known after 9 p.m. as Squid Daddy, Squid Daddy, which whatever you want to call me. Wearing the squid hat. No, I've been making kind of content as of, I want to say maybe 7th to 8th grade, when the whole YouTube gamer boom. You guys remember that? Well, you probably weren't in 7th grade because I think you're like 2 years older than me, maybe. But I'm 23, so. It's 7th grade for me. So, when PewDiePie was coming up, Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, and a bunch of Minecraft YouTubers, Captain Sparkles, and I can name a bunch of them,
Oh, for sure. The OGs.
It's the OGs, right? And, started off, my first video was Amnesia, The Dark Descent, which was one of PewDiePie's first like viral videos. Remember that one? Good horror game, actually. I did a replay of that one. So yeah, so that's when I started, because of course it was a new thing. I was a kid, I wanted to have fun, and the internet was a cool place, right? So I just started from there, making videos with myself or whatever, cousin, friend on Minecraft, whatever. And then in high school, kind of stopped because I was like, oh wait, this is new. Doing a lot of groups, band, chorus, drama club, all this good stuff, right? Kind of this like bunch of extracurriculars that aren't available in middle school. So I stopped. And then about like halfway through, I was like, you know what? I kind of want to do this again. YouTube's on the up and up, and I want to keep going. So, make some more content. And come college, then I figure out what streaming is. And I'm like, oh, this is a new thing that I didn't know about. So I start streaming in college, streaming on Twitch and YouTube. And I was like, oh, don't want to get banned. So you can't stream on both, by the way, if you're an affiliate. People bend the rules, but it's fine. And then, and then here we are. Yeah, so if you can't stream, if you're on Twitch, by the rules, you can't stream if you're an affiliate you can't restream because they want to make all the money on their platform,
When you
Twitch.
say in affiliate, is that like a Twitch partner, essentially?
No, so affiliate is before partner. So affiliate, it means you can make money like through bits, subscriptions, all that good stuff, right? A partner means that you just get some more perks, which actually aren't as many perks. Being a Twitch partner is very hard to do. And it's a great thing to accomplish, but not as many more perks as you think. I covered that recently. I thought they got way more perks. So, so just, college, all that good stuff, streaming, doing all this stuff. And now we're here. I just graduated college last July, and we're still doing it. It's been a hell of a ride. I think I really did a lot finding myself where I kind of fit in, all that good stuff in the past like 3 years. So, it's been a big, past 3 years, I've been actually taking it seriously, and then the squid hat spawned on my head. So,
elaborate on the squid hat, because I have always been curious and have never got the chance to ask you. Is it Splatoon related?
Not Splatoon related. So this hat actually was born way before Splatoon. So I got this hat. I was in 6th grade or 7th grade. I was on a band trip to Six Flags. Which is, you guys know what Six Flags is, right? I'm using,
of course.
Yeah. So
Lucas has got the best theme park in the fucking country, right in his backyard, being the New Jersey Six Flags.
Oh, sure, New Jersey?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I have to go to that one at some point.
Shout out King to
Ka. Well, yeah, dude, looks nuts. I'm a huge coaster guy.
Been on that shit so many times. But go on.
I really want to go on that. Yeah. So I got this hat in in like 6th grade, and then I just had it. And I just didn't really do much with it until Halloween 2019. I was doing a stream, and I was just in my closet, and I was like, oh, I kind of want to put on something fun right for Halloween, right? I got like a Rick Sanchez mask, rickety Rick, and then I got the squid hat, and then I got like a Halo Master Chief mask, and then whatever, right? I got even like an orange morph suit, and then I put the squid hat on, and then I was like, I'm gonna wear it again today. That was kind of fun to wear, and then I wore it again. And again, and then I added the sunglasses because, professional douchebag.
It works. You rock
I like it. And then from there, they just kept wearing it, and then it just became a thing. And I think it's kind of unique. I haven't seen anyone else do it. So yeah, and now it's like a second nature, So not as much, story behind it, but I just wanted to put it on, and here we are,
I feel like in the streaming space, you really got to do, if you're going like strictly streaming and gameplay and stuff like that, you really got to do stuff to make unless you're a pro gamer.
Yep.
you got to do stuff
Yep.
to make yourself stand out amongst the crowd. So the squid hat, I think, is a perfect way to
So
do
what
that.
Tom is saying is that I'm not a pro gamer. All right, I get it. I get it.
Yeah,
No, no, no.
I heard that. I
Yeah,
heard that.
I think I heard that too, man. I don't know. No, put this guy on.
Oh my God, I love this thing. Lucas, do
Yeah,
you know what this thing is?
This thing.
I do not. This is my first time seeing it.
It's an automaton. It might not come out that good in the mic, but I tried playing a little song. Like like sad. Anyways, but yeah, no, you're right. So I kind of like also like two birds, one stone, you know? So I was like, oh, cool. It's kind of a unique thing. And I'm just gonna keep wearing it. And I guess it's kind of what it's like an icon, you know? It's kind of like an icon that people can, they see a squid at the store. Oh, hey, that reminds you of that loser online,
It's brand development. It's
exactly.
You're owning your brand.
It is
100%.
It is. I'm super silly with it. I don't take myself seriously at all. I just keep the Rugrats and the squid hat and the automaton, just do whatever and have fun with it,
Well, in my opinion, it serves you well. Your streams are incredibly engaging
Thank
to
you.
watch.
Appreciate it, man.
You got the look, and then you got all the shenanigans happening along with it, and you're playing the games that kind of like slide right in to make it an entertaining show as well.
You got to on YouTube. You got to. It's really different from Twitch. I was on Twitch for 3 years. That's how I figured out streaming. And I started streaming on YouTube, and then I found out what Twitch was. And then I just switched actually off of Twitch like 5 months ago. And now we're on YouTube. And YouTube's a different beast. YouTube's definitely a different beast to tame. It's all about the right game. The algorithm's great on YouTube, but it's all about finding the right game that you can have fun with, but also people actually want to watch, It's getting there. YouTube gaming, and for you guys too, because you guys are live streaming on YouTube, which I respect. It's getting there, and I believe in it. I could be wrong, knock on wood, but in 2022, it'll definitely be in a good spot. They're already making good updates, so keep an eye out, man.
That's good to hear.
Yeah.
So how do you decide, just because, if someone takes a glance at your YouTube page, there's a variety of games here.
Yeah, there is. Yeah,
some would call you a variety streamer.
Some might.
Yes.
How do you go about deciding, what game you're going to play for what stream? Is it kind of what's hot, what's trending? Is it a personal mood thing? What goes into that?
No, that's a really great question. And a lot of people who kind of call themselves variety streamers would say is there really isn't like a great way of doing things kind of like that. It's a big mix of things, because like I said, on Twitch, when I was on Twitch, right, the directory on Twitch just goes from game that's doing great, right, to game that has 0 viewers and no one's watched since 2004, right? And that's different from YouTube. YouTube doesn't really have that. YouTube has way better an algorithm, So on Twitch, if Fortnite's going crazy, you play Fortnite and you want to grow in Fortnite, sure, that's the most watched game. But on YouTube, there's not really that thing. They have to look up Fortnite and get in your stream organically. So on YouTube, it's been a little different. So the way that I'm kind of starting off with now, and of course, we're all learning along the way, right, is if I play a game and I have a lot of fun with it, and I'm like, oh, wow, people are actually, more people are coming in the stream, and it's actually a pretty hot search topic. You can use Google Trends, too. It's actually a really good tool. And I'm like, oh, okay, so it's actually searched for a game. I like it, and I haven't played it in a little while. So, let's play this today. Or if it's like, oh, let's do a VR Wednesday, Beat Saber Wednesday. I think I used to do that for a little while. Let's play Beat Saber, and the community can recommend songs that I can search up or whatever.
Interactivity, for sure.
Interactivity, exactly. So although that was not a great answer, there's not really, it's kind of like, yes, go by mood, but also my mood is also, I want a lot of people in chat, right? So instead of playing, Dynamite Heady, random Genesis game you guys have probably never heard of, but it's a great game. Why not play Five Nights at Freddy's 4 or 5? Because the FNAF community is massive. I love FNAF. That's a game that gets a ton of views. Definitely, it has done a lot for my channel. That's kind of works that kind of, like you said, that way out where it's a nice balance between game is hyper active and I like it a lot.
I also wanted to ask, how'd you go about finding Five Nights at Freddy's? Was this just a series and a game that you have always just kind of been about, or did you go kind of more the route that you mentioned, talking about using things like Google Trends, seeing that, because it did blow up. The community's huge for that.
I've been with FNAF since I think about either 2014 or 2015. And I've always looked at games, even though I was really scared of the games before, as like everyone was when the game came out, right? I was like terrified of this game. And then I just started kind of playing them on Twitch when I was on Twitch. And the streams were, a bit more popular with that one. I'm like, oh, this is doing pretty good on Twitch. And then I played it on YouTube and I'm like, holy shit, why are there 3,000 views on the stream? And I'm like, whoa, okay, definitely a sought after game. And that's a lot for me. I'm not, I love my community. My community is really strong and I love them so much. If they're watching this, I hate you all, but I love you all. It's just like, holy crap, there's, so many new people here. And that's what it's all about, right? At the end of the day. So it's different. And I'm still obviously, always learning. Games do different things all the time. And it's really one big learning experience throughout the content creation. You never stop learning. And if you think you stopped learning, then you're probably doing something wrong, because it should be always up, learn.
For sure. Just in this conversation alone, I've already picked up a few tips and tricks. So thank you for those.
Yeah, no worries, man.
Talking, kind of going off of the learning curve, if you will, and your experience there, I want to sort of pivot a little bit into the thing we're all getting excited for, into PAX East a little bit. Going there is an incredibly eye-opening experience, and I'm excited to see how Lucas views all of this going for his first time this year. But
yeah,
for me, it's always been cool to see and talk to people who go there specifically for the purpose of learning. A lot of indie game devs, a lot of people in this content creation space looking to get in the up and coming. That's what our producer Bill back in 2020, I didn't see him for half of the time that we were there because he was attending panels and talks with other streamers and content creators trying to pick up tricks. So I'll kind of dive into this a little bit, but definitely. First and foremost, what's your PAX East story? You mentioned this will be your fourth year going. What got you into it? Where'd you hear about it the first time?
So it's my fourth year. I first heard about PAX East way back in the day when I was at school. I saw my buddy I think this is middle school, maybe. I saw my buddy with a badge and I'm like, hey, what's that badge? I'm like, why are you wearing this to school right now? We don't have IDs here.
We wore it to school?
Yeah. I'm like, we're not bougie enough for IDs. What are you wearing? And he's like, oh, hey man. Yeah. I went to this gaming event. I'm like, oh, gaming. And he's like, yeah, I played DuckTales Remastered there. I'm like, wait a second. Way. DuckTales Remastered. I'm like, I want to see that. I mean, I love DuckTales Remastered. I'm trying to see that. Great game, by the way. Was off shelves for a while, but it's back on. So that's how I first heard about it. And then come college, right? My first year, which is my freshman year, which was 2018 was the first PAX I went to. Now I am a college student. I went to a school that's connected to the Boston Tea, which is very, very nice. I had a brother that lived in Boston. So I'm like, and I'm also an adult. So, right, I'm not tied to band, chorus, whatever. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, so I have I can do stuff. I have freedom. So I'm like, hey, let's go to PAX East to my brother. I think you met him last time too.
I do remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, let's try out this event. It looks cool. And maybe let's just dress up. I mean, let's just do a cosplay. He's like, okay. So I cosplayed. I'm also going to be cosplaying again this year. I have a lightsaber back there. I'm going to be Anakin.
Shit.
It's going to be great. Yep. I'm
go.
excited for it. I was like, I want to cosplay. I want to do something different. I don't just want to go. Not that that's an issue, right? I just was, I have it in me. So I cosplayed a very niche indie game that you guys probably don't know about, called Bit Trip Runner. Right. Oh,
do you know what
I'm talking about?
No, I just remember your costume too.
Yeah. Yep. And it was basically a huge black box, all of DIY, by the way, a huge black box with a white strip to see, and then a rainbow coming out of them. So it's a rhythm game. It's an indie game. And he's a black rectangle person who jumps. And it was really quirky. And the guys who were making the new game were there. So I was it's oh my God, you're the only person who dressed up as our game. Can we give you free stuff? I'm like, fuck yeah, give me free stuff, obviously. So I fell in love with it. I'm like, dude, this is such a cool feeling. And then all these people were like, oh, I want to take a picture with you. Oh, your cosplay's so cool. Like whatever. I'm like, oh, this is an awesome feeling. So the cosplaying is just really, really cool there. And of course, the first year I went to a lot of panels, learned a lot. Bethesda Game Days was a really, really cool party. I don't know if you knew what that is, Tom.
We tried to get into it. I remember maybe it was either 2018 or 2019, but I specifically remember trying to get into this, and I think we got shirts or something, but we didn't get in. Or we showed up too late. Hats.
Yeah.
People said it was hats.
Yep. And that's a really cool event. Like, just getting to meet these game developers are just really, really cool, and learned a lot from the panels. And I was like, dude, I'm so happy right now. And then the next year I went, I cosplayed as Super Meat Boy. And that was awesome, fun cosplay, right? I had a good time. The Meat Boy team was there with Meat Boy Forever, which just came out like months ago. They gave me a free shirt, card game, picture. IGN came up to me and was like, hey, we like your costume. Can we take a video of you playing the game? So I'm like in 5 seconds of an IGN video for that year. Fun fact.
I think I sent you a clip once where I was like, I just saw someone's random PAX East video, and oh, hey, look, it's you.
Yep. That was really, really awesome. A lot of people love that costume, and I did too. And and just I love the cosplay culture there is really awesome. You meet a lot of people that you meet online, like streaming on Twitch and YouTube, right? You meet a lot of people, so seeing them in person for the first time is really, really cool. That's gonna happen next weekend, and that's just a really, really cool feeling. Meeting new people in line, whatever. Not being like, hey, I stream, please watch me. But just like talking, because everyone's a streamer, everyone streams. But it's like you just make a friend and you're like, oh, hey, I remember you from PAX, and now we're friends. I made a ton of friends that way. And also, I was also worked at the Discord booth last year, which is cool. I got to meet the guys for the marketing team of Doom Eternal was there, and the Discord team was there, and it was just awesome. Now that was like through a connection I had through like the event attendee thing, but. Yeah, I've done so many things there. I love it. My best memory probably was either getting absolutely fucked up at the Acer party last year. It was awesome. I did the worm on the floor. It was absolutely disgusting. Alcohol everywhere.
Love that.
Yeah, it was awesome. Bit Brigade, speech impediment, was amazing. Video Game Orchestra was amazing. Not an actual orchestra. It was literally a rock band. They
were good too. Happened. They were really good. Fantastic. I saw that one as well.
Great times there.
Was that the Final Fantasy suite they did?
Yep.
That was super cool.
It was so dope. Yeah, I love the concerts. The after party was great. Bethesda Game Days was great, and just people asking me to take pictures was great. Yeah, that's probably my best memories I'll have. Honestly.
Nice, dude. Nice. Yeah. It's such a good event, and I like Lucas. You're gonna like. I hope you like this. It's definitely not for everyone. Like, I brought Paige last year, and she, she's a gamer. She's a gamer light, but she didn't do well with the fact that it was, quite a lot of giant crowds standing in lines.
Yeah.
However,
of course.
I hope you like it, Lucas, and I hope you're excited.
And if you don't like it, we'll make you like it. And unlike Sonic 2, we're not rated PG, so we will hold a gun up to you and say, you better like this goddamn event, Lucas, okay? I'm going to buy you a shot, Lucas. You're going to have a great time.
Well, I got to go just for that, but I'm sure the event itself will be a good time. But so it'll be my first one, so I'll have those memories there. But since you've gone a couple times since then, I just wanted to ask, how has being a content creator either altered or improved or just shaped your overall PAX experience now?
Yeah, Tom definitely asked that too, and I definitely rambled. I'm a big rambler. Kind of happens when you're a streamer. You just talk all the time. But I will answer this one actually. So, being a content creator, like I alluded to when I was talking to Tom. So, make a lot of relationships online, and on Twitter you make relationships with streamers, and on Twitch relationship with streamers, YouTube, whatever, just from talking and going there and just like seeing these people for the first time in person. It's like, whoa, you have legs? And they're like, whoa, you have a face? I'm like, yeah, I only wear the squid for 3 hours. I don't wear it to bed, I promise. It's really, really just like it's so rewarding, and you already have like this you know, you already have this like history online, even though it's just online, and now you're going to person and you're like, holy crap, let's go dance, let's go have a fun time. It is just really, really rewarding. And I'm definitely looking forward to that again. But to like for business wise, like we were saying, you know, going to these panels and talking to these streamers, because they have content creation panels, as we all know. I'll be at probably some of them. It just gives you another reason to go. You know, like you go to PAX East, you're like, oh, I'm obviously a gamer. I've been a gamer all my life, but it's like, oh, I'm a content creator now. Like I want to talk with these companies, and don't be like, I'm a streamer, please give me free games. Not the way of doing things, in my opinion. But you know, just like talking, making relationships, because relationships will get you so many places. Last PAX, I think 2020, right? They had Fall Guys was there, I think, right? Fall Guys.
I think
Tom, do you
so.
remember Fall Guys?
I'm pretty sure they had like a large booth there. Yeah.
Yeah. So Fall Guys was there for that. And you know, I was there. I was like, oh, this game looks awesome. Like I kind of want to, you know, talk to some people and maybe I can get some coverage on it, you know, whatever, maybe get a free game, you know, but not saying that out loud. And I did. So right, I made the connections. I ended up talking to them on Twitter. Twitter is amazing, by the way. Twitter, you want to be on Twitter. Twitter is streamer high school. That's what it feels like, actually. So you know, you make these connections in person, and then you connect on Twitter afterwards, because that's a really just, you know, simple thing. And yeah, so I connected with someone on Twitter, and then I said, hey, like they're hosting a Fall Guys charity event. And I was like, hey, I kind of want to, you know, I like Fall Guys and playing it a lot. When Fall Guys came out, I was playing it every day for like 5 hours. And I ended up being in a sponsored Fall Guys charity event that I actually ended up winning.
No way!
I have the shit back there, actually. So once you guys start talking, I'll bring it to you. I actually won it. Also played it again. Didn't win that time, but it's fine. That was the last one that happened. And also got like free DLC when the Cuphead skin came out. I was given 10 keys to give away to the community for, oh hey, Cuphead skin's out. Yeah, here's the Cuphead game. You know, that's one of the scenarios. If I gave them all, I would be here all night. But you know, just like small things like that. You know, like make those relationships. You know, you don't want to, you know, shove it in people's face like, you know, I'm a streamer. You know, you want to, you know, like I said before, because everyone's a streamer. You know, everyone is, right. If someone streams once, they're practically a streamer, right? So you just want to prioritize that relationship first. Show you're a good person, right? That you're not a scum, right? And not that you guys have an issue with that. And then just go from there. And then if you can just like, you know, put it in there, like, oh hey, I also do stream. Like not to ramble again, sorry, but I have a friend who works at he actually runs his indie game marketing company, and I, you know, see at PAX, he's like, oh hey, I have a bunch of keys for a bunch of games coming out, I can just give them to you. I'm like, okay. You know, so
that's super
like,
cool.
Just those I really push just genuine, because I'm not trying to rash on the streamer world. I feel like we're running out of genuine people, you know, like you like snakes, you know,
the
snakes.
Cloud chasers.
I don't mean to get cynical, but there's snakes out there and everything. Snakes, you know. So just if you show you're a genuine person, people are going to be attracted to you, you know, not like whoa, wooga, you know, but like they're going to be attracted to your personality, and they're going to want to work with you because you're a genuine person. And I really do push that. So be genuine first, you know, you can mix in your streamer afterwards for a hobby, and things will work out. I hope I answered that question, Lucas. I hope that was a better answer than the rambling I gave before. But yeah, so that's my take. Be genuine, because if you're not genuine, no one's gonna want to give you anything. No one's gonna work with you. And yeah.
And that's part of like the entire appeal of the event. You know, it's made by the community for the community. You know, I like cannot tell you how many random encounters I've had just with people like chilling in line, waiting to like try some demo. And like suddenly I've made 3 new friends and I'm playing some like Tiki Tumble board game that I've never played before, or like just striking up Smash with random people. You know, everybody who is there is like you said, a genuine gamer, and 9 out of 10 times those people are going to be pretty nice human beings who would also just like to share their love of video games with you, who also loves video games. One question I did. Oh, is that from the Fall Guys?
So
Was
yeah,
that
this is,
crown?
I don't mean to rub it in, but I'm just really proud of that. I was actually able to play in this. So when I run the Fall Guys thing, they sent me some stickers. I gave
Oh, no way.
500 to St. Jude, I think. And that's his winner, and then a aRetroFELLOW on it. That's like a custom little thing. And they gave me a little hat. I love Fall Guys.
Oh, that's
This
super
game-
cool.
This game did so much for me. This game did so much for me. My heart will be in Fall Guys forever. Yeah, it was a great time. This opportunity, playing this, you meet so many people playing the community, right? Where I casted
Sure.
like amateur tournaments, you know what I mean? Like I was like a caster for like the rounds or whatever, and that was an awesome experience. Just to be, people recognize you. Oh yeah, you're the guy that was screaming at this guy grabbing a bean. It's like, yeah, So yeah, Fall Guys, great.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So speaking of like building those sort of business like relationships and different opportunities that can come from shows like this, I noticed you also pretty avidly, I can see a little bit of it there in your background, but I noticed you rock the G Fuel sponsorship pretty hard. Did that also originate from PAX East perchance?
My goats. Those are absolutely my goats. So that didn't originate from PAX East. So it didn't originate, but it did spark. So
Okay.
my interest, because everything's connected, right? My interest in G Fuel did spark from PAX East. When I saw them there, I missed their booths, but I did see them there, and I was like, "What is this?" And then I tried some. I'm like, "Oh, this is really good." And then from there, I tried G Fuel, and then so the way I became partnered was I won a competition. And it was it was called Gamers Got Talent, and it was a competition where you sent in a bunch of submissions, round 1, 2, 3, 4, and I got to the last round, and then I won. So it was awesome. And the winning prizes, 20 people won out. I think it was out of maybe 2,000 something, was Digital Storm partnership, Steel Series partnership, and GQ partnership. I was so happy to win that. I really put a lot of love into those videos, and I'm glad it worked out. Yeah, I'm still with G Fuel, Digital Storm. No longer. That's its own situation. And Steel Series also no longer, but that was kind of a mutual thing. I just couldn't put too much time into it. But G Fuel are my goats. I love them so much. I was just drinking some today. This is Twitch, not YouTube. So yeah, not PAX, but inspired because I saw them there. Just like how a lot of things you can be inspired by seeing this game, that person. Boom, this panel, all these different things that can just inspire and put a little spark right in your head that might not ignite right now, but maybe in a year it'll ignite.
I just think it's so cool that this one event is able to like spurn so many different stories and just beginnings, opportunities for people, because it is like it's near and dear to my heart. Me, Bill, I've been going with Bill ever since I started going back in like, I don't even know, 2013 was my first time.
Jeez.
So I've been going for quite a while, but it's near and dear to my heart. And we have friends that come and go in terms of still liking it, but it's done so much for you as it's done so much for like everybody I've talked to who has been a part of it.
And it'll definitely do a lot for Lucas. I know it will. If it's not my shot, it'll be something. All right. Something will spark you there, man. I know, it's just, it's nice because I'm not trying to rash on gamers, right? Cause I'm a gamer, we're all gamers, but a lot of gamers don't really have that interaction. It's all online interaction, especially after the pandemic, right? That we're still in, of course. But like, they don't have that interaction there. So, it's kind of like pushing you out of the nest. Like, hey, you're not on a Discord call, buddy. Whew, you're in Boston BSEC, like you got to talk to these people. You got to make facial expressions. Okay. You're not buying a microphone, so it's nice. It really is push out of the nest, learn to fly because you will definitely fly,
Love that.
It's nice.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely really excited to get my first taste this year. But I'm curious as a longtime attendee, what are you most looking forward to next week at this point?
What I'm most looking forward to, like we said before, the parties are obviously great, right? I love concerts, raves, whatever. I'm getting a little fucked up, so I'm looking forward to the Acer party, but that's a given. But I'm also just I'm looking forward to a reoccurring trend, right? Of just seeing people that I haven't seen in a long time.
For sure.
And seeing people that I haven't seen I see him online. I talk to him online, but I'm looking forward to giving him a goddamn hug, and just, seeing them with legs, seeing how tall they are. Because streamers seem a lot taller than they are. Being in the chair, I'm like, oh, that guy's probably 6'3". I go up to him in person. I'm like, oh, what? You're like 5'1"? I'm like, oh, what's going on here?
Oh yeah.
But seeing those, relationships and being with someone in person, because of course, internet's great, talking in Discord's great, but you can't beat that in-person interaction. That's just how it is, right? But for gaming content wise, so I did take a peek at the expo hall, of course, as we all did, and I'm really intrigued by in the Intel booth. So
It's
that's
huge.
probably it's huge. So that's probably the most curious thing I'm looking forward to seeing on the floor. I'm also looking forward to seeing Discord there because I love the
Discord always has a good booth there for sure.
They do. Sadly, they didn't need the event attendees. That's kind of like the program I'm in to help out with them when they need help because probably COVID protocols. So really excited to see the Intel booth. And of course, always excited, as you could tell from the games I said I played this week, about the indie games, because that's the heart, right? The indie games is the heart of PAX. That's why it was created, right? And that's the heart. And it looks like this year is going to be very reminiscent of the older years.
That's what I've been
years.
saying, dude. It's going back to basics. There's no big three, no Microsoft, no Sony, no Nintendo this year. And those,
which isn't terrible.
No, don't get me wrong. Like, I always think Nintendo puts on a good Sony does great with their shit. They always have like really hype stuff to show. Microsoft goes back and forth. Nintendo's is always a fun booth, but it's like they're the big three. You literally have to download separate apps and like mad rush on your way into the show in the morning to hopefully get a spot in one of these venues. So I couldn't agree more. I'm very excited to see it kind of go back to basics. It's all going to be about independent developers who have like poured their whole lives into making these games and hopefully be able to find a lot of cool people there that we can then bring on to this show in the future.
Yes, 100%. Nice.
One thing I did want to ask you if you had seen or not, Bill identified for us in our group chat a specific booth that's kind of just a teeny little booth in the corner that is just labeled horse.
I did see that. I saw that.
Do you have any information on that whatsoever? Because we have no fucking clue what that's going to be about.
If it's going to be just a basketball court where I don't know if you guys know the game Horse. Maybe you take a shot, and if you don't take the shot, you gotta get a letter. Then I'll play some Horse, but it definitely won't be. But no, it's really funny. I saw that on the PAX subreddit, and someone was like, yeah, what is this? And then someone just put as a reply Horse, and then I put as a reply Horse, and got 15 upvotes.
Love it.
We take those.
Love it.
All right. So yeah, I have no idea. But if I don't know if you're a big indie game guy, Lucas, I know Tom is. This event really is, like as we were saying, really big on the indie games, especially this one. No big three, which is fine because I love the AAA gaming studios. They have a very important place. But if we're being real, the most innovation comes from the indie game studios, right? Like games like The Pedestrian. What AAA game or studio is making a game that innovative?
100%.
Like you're a guy, going from sign to sign, or any of these indie games. There's so many. So that's what I'm most excited for. Ultimately, right? The indie games, of course, seeing everybody, but content wise, the indie games, because that's where the heart is, and that's where the innovation is. Hot take or not, I don't know, but that's me. No,
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah,
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's like pretty much for the most part like what we've got for you as an interview tonight. I'll send it off to finish up the interview with one last question. As someone who's been out there doing the gaming content creation for a bit, who's gone to the PAXs, who's made those relationships, who's done charity Fall Guys tournaments, what would other than the obvious answer of stay consistent, keep going, like what is one niche, or not even niche, what is one piece of advice that you could give out there to folks who may be watching this who want to start streaming themselves or boot up a podcast of their own, which, by the way, if you want to boot up a podcast of your own, hit up What Do You Mean Productions. We're the best podcast producing outfit around. So come check us out.
Gang. I might have a not so great answer because my answer is just 2 words. If you can, I don't know if you can guess them, but just 2 words. Have fun. Have fun.
I love that.
Because have fun, you know. You don't want to go into it with the money bags in your eyes, right? Obviously, money has become such a taboo in the streaming industry and the community, and it shouldn't be, because you know, we live in a society where you need money to live. You know, if you don't have money, you can't buy food. If you can't buy food, you're gonna die. You know, that's an extreme. But like, you know, just have fun. You know, if the green comes, the green comes. You know, just have fun. Boot up a game you want. You know, just maybe some of your friends watch you, because the first people who are gonna watch you are probably gonna be your friends, right? Like with me, the first people that watched me was my friends. And guess what they were doing? They were shit talking me in chat the whole time.
Dude.
But guess what? That's because they're my friends. You know,
I couldn't agree more. Like we did our first stream where we had amplitude of technical difficulties, but I went.
Yep, I was in there.
Oh yeah, and I went to a friend's birthday party later that night, and the dude, we were drinking, like having cake, chatting, bowling, and then he's like, hey, so like you really need to work on your driving, by the way. Like I saw you playing Halo, and it was just not it, sir. And I'm like, what the hell?
I may or may not agree with that. I was there to see that, but it's fine. I bet you're a great driver in person. I wouldn't get in a car. I mean, I will. I will. But yeah, you know, have fun and just feel it out, and just, you know, do. The hardest part of streaming is pressing the go live button for the first time. And it really is, because you have the anxiety that no one's going to watch me. You have the anxiety of, I will never make money doing this. You know, it's just, you know, these anxieties and these confidence issues, you know, the hardest part is just pressing the go live button. Just have fun, because what's the worst that can go wrong? Twitch is a free platform. YouTube's free. You don't have to pay to use these services, you know? So just press the go live button, do a stream. If you have fun, do another one. Press the go live button. If you don't have fun, you didn't lose out on much, you know? So just try it out. And yes, not everything is for everyone, right? So find out if it's for you. If it's for you, keep having fun. If it's not for you, there are other things in the gaming industry that aren't just talking at a microphone for 3 hours and you know? So just have fun and just go.
And with that, like, absolutely stellar piece of advice that I could not agree more with. I'd like to, you know, formally say thank you for coming and doing this interview with us, Jon.
No, hey, thank you so much. One thing that I do struggle with is imposter syndrome. So when you asked me, I was, hey, you want an interview? I'm like, me? Like, I'm a loser.
No, bro.
Me? I ain't shit.
Dude, you got over 1,000 subscribers.
No, I know.
You're in the big leagues. You're in the big leagues.
No. I just have, that's just something I never feel worthy for the things that stumble my way. But no, thank you so much, dude. This is awesome. If I can give one piece of advice to Lucas, you didn't ask for it, but I'm gonna give it to you. Is for PAX. Piece of advice for PAX is just be open to anything.
And wear deodorant.
Honestly, wear deodorant.
That sounds like butt stuff.
Yeah, I know. Wear deodorant if you want to.
That's how someone would broach that subject.
What?
I'm gonna put it out there. I'm not gonna be sniffing your armpits on Saturday. Maybe Friday and Sunday. But not Saturday. But yeah, just be open to anything, a panel or whatever. Just do whatever you want, man.
Absolutely,
it's gonna be a great time. I'm excited to see you guys. It's gonna be so good.
And we're absolutely stoked to see you, my friend. We're very excited to just go do PAX East. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, if you are going to be in Boston, Massachusetts next weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, consider going. There's still lots of tickets. I think the only day that's totally sold out is Saturday. But you know, I don't condone scalping. I don't think I personally have ever bought a PAX badge off of a scalper, although we helped my friend get in by buying it off of a scalper. So, you know, if you got nothing to do and you want to go on Saturday, you can definitely still get there. If you want to go any other day, highly recommend it. It's a ton of fun. we'll all be there. You can come say hi to us. You can come interact with us. On the game chat side of things, like I said, we're going to be handing out business cards with QR codes on them. We're going to be wearing shirts with QR codes on them. If you're there, if you see it, come say hi. We're not averse to saying hi to strangers whatsoever. That's how we meet people and strike up conversations and form relationships, like we've talked about in this show.
Absolutely.
So definitely come say hi. Our plan is we have a couple of different plans. Our plan is to be recording a live episode from the show. I believe we'll just probably YouTube live it. We'll see how it works out. We still got to iron out the logistics a little bit for the actual recording of it, but there will definitely be lots and lots of PAX East content coming to you from this channel, from Jon's channel as well. Go hit him up, follow him on Instagram, subscribe to him on YouTube, aRetroFELLOW. He's got great stuff out there. And yeah, that's it. That's kind of it for us. We're just going to be putting a ton of content out there, going to be going to tournaments. I'm going to win fucking Mario Kart 8. if it
not if
kills
I play,
me,
man.
I will.
Not if I play with you. Nah, maybe. We'll see. We'll see if I'll show up for that one.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll have some nice banter there.
Unfortunately, I'm missing the Sonic Adventure 2 tournament.
Oh,
which is
what day is that?
That's Thursday, bro.
I'm not gonna be there either.
I know, it's tragic. It's tragic.
That is tragic.
Maybe our producer Bill, who will be solo ganging it on Thursday, will
represent the pod,
win the room at Sonic Adventure 2. So we'll see what happens. Lucas, you got anything on the PAX side of things?
On the PAX side,
any closing
nothing
words?
new. This episode definitely kind of reignited that fire. Now I'm realizing that it's here. We've been talking about it for a while, but it's coming.
Oh yeah.
So I think we're gonna have a good time.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah,
and
man.
you can have a good time with us. Follow us on Instagram, folks, at GameChat_Tom Lucas. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Like I said, follow, subscribe, like, share our content. Do it with Jon's content. We'll both be there. We'll be attending those after parties. Jon's going to buy us all a shot.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be great.
I am. If you're at the party or just not, I got you guys. Don't worry.
Oh, yeah. We'll be there.
On the house, baby.
Let's
go.
There.
We'll be there, 100%.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of Game Chat with Tom and Lucas. To all of us and to all the gamers out there, I hope you live long. I hope you prosper. I hope you stay safe. And keep on gaming. We'll see you next time.
Live.
Peace.
Peace.